Hi guys, welcome to Sheria. Sheria is a platform where we educate the common mwananchi on the law with the aim of equipping them and empowering them. Karibu sana. So today we have a special guest. I will let her introduce herself.
Hi, thank you so much for bringing me in, and I really like even the conversations that happen here. My name is Gloria Kimani. I'm an advocate of 4 years standing. Also, I run a law firm called Wangui Kimani Advocates, and I'm also a council member at the Law Society of Kenya.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
Such an honor to have you here.
Thank you.
Again.
Yes.
So today we're going to deal with a topic which we've already touched on, but I'd like us to touch on it again.
Okay.
Public participation. Mm-hmm. So in a few words, in your own words, kindly tell us, what is public participation?
The legal terms, no, I'm kidding. So public participation, in short,
She has humor.
Public participation actually means the people affected by a decision getting involved in the decision making. So what does this mean? Let's look at it from a home background. Maybe before your parents decide to make a decision that involves you as a kid, maybe they want to buy you something for Christmas, and maybe they ask you, what would you like for Christmas? You see, from the feedback they get is it can actually affect their decision making. They can change it, or they can decide to stick with what they had. So it's basically that in simple terms. So maybe in what we are going to talk about today is the government involving the people, the citizens, or organized group of people who are affected by that decision they make, and now they bring you in and ask for your views. Mm-hmm. Yes, and before they make that decision. So that's basically what public participation means.
Okay. So in your own opinion, how effective do you think public participation is in Kenya right now?
Well, let's start. It's in the law. It's Article 118, 119 of the Constitution actually prescribes for public participation. Even Article 10, the principles of our country, public participation is one of them that is enshrined. Mm-hmm. And maybe just to be a little bit legal, but I'm going to explain to you what public participation means. Let's go to our freedom of expression. It entails that us, the people, expressing what we wish the government to do. Mm. And that's enshrined in Article 33 of the Constitution. Yeah. There's also Article 35, the right to information. Mm. So if the public knows something, they can come maybe in a decision-making process, and we're going to look at it later, that they can actually come and share information, and they can actually request for information from the government. Mm-hmm. in these things, in the public participation process. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So on matters dealing with expenditure, how the government has used the funds, mm-hmm. which we pay in form of taxes, mm-hmm. just how much information can a common mwananchi access?
Well, again, I said Article 35 of the Constitution, right to information. So one of the things you can do is you can write a letter to anybody or any specific body requesting for information on certain things. Mm. So you can request for the information and you can ask for it, and they're supposed to give you. If they don't give you, they're supposed to give you reasons why they don't give you. Mm. If it's not satisfactory, you can go to court. I mean, if they're denying you your right, and it's your right to know, you can go to court and in the Constitutional Court and ask for this information.
You know, I feel like a lot of Kenyans, we have so many rights, especially those that are enshrined in the Constitution, but we don't know them. Yeah. We don't make use of them. Yes. She just said we can write a letter and ask, mlitumia aje hii budget yenye mnasema muliekea such and such. Mm-hmm. So now, how can the public participate in public participation?
So basically, there are different forms of how the public can participate, and maybe let's look at the legislature, the county governments, and basically the county governments and the national government. Article 118 in the bill, in the lawmaking process, there's a place where it is actually law that the public has to participate. They have to call the public. So they advertise. There's this bill in government, and they give the bill. There's a way you can access the bill, maybe from their websites, and you can actually come and present it in Parliament. And it can be in form of a memoranda or submissions, the way we do submissions. So you can express your ideas, or you want to change something that was in the bill that you don't think is right, or you want something to be added that did not include you. You want it to be added into the bill before it becomes law. So those are the things you can do. There are other things called petitions. You can actually petition Parliament. So there are people who want some cabinet secretaries to go. So they petition it in Parliament. They're like, we want to petition this and on these grounds. So those are one of the ways that the public gets to participate. And also maybe in not informal setups per se, but there are also these barazas, that happen in your area. So you're called, there's a decision that is going to be made, and you go and give your views on it. Yeah. So those are the ways that we can participate.
And that's very important. I think we emphasized the importance of you as a common mwananchi taking part in the formation of these laws. So kindly tell us, what are the benefits of public participation?
Actually, good benefits, because one, you get to the people who do, it's either, I say public participation is through individual or organized groups coming together and giving their opinion on a certain thing. So one of the benefits is it's actually a principle of good governance, that the people you're making decisions for are actually being involved in the participation. Secondly, it's a citizen empowerment process. Yeah. Because right now we are having the finance bill coming up. And from this we will get
the finance bill.
Yes.
Tusitete baadaye.
Yes, we have the finance bill coming up. And I'm very sure very many are interested to come and present their submissions of memorandums on this. And the people who will actually be there listening, or who will actually follow these proceedings, we get to be empowered, because we'll get to hear of it. And so it'll be an empowering of the citizens. Thirdly, it creates a good citizen-government relation, that you can actually share your views. It's a democracy. You get the point? So it's one of the principles of democracy, and it enhances good democracy, even in a country. So I think those are the good benefits of it. And yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. I feel like once you take part in public participation, you feel like a Kenyan. You feel like you're part of a country.
Patriotic.
Yeah.
Yes, it part enhances
of that patriotism.
Yes.
You don't feel like things are just moving and you're flowing with the flow. Yeah, so there was a comment. Now prepare for this one. If there was no public participation in the very naming of the country, it is incredibly crass optimism to believe we can be allowed to partake in participation of any significant thing. What do you have to say to that?
Very interesting. In the naming of the country, that one happened. Let's scramble and petition for Africa. Wow. Well, what I can say is that's quite an interesting question or comment. But I think read the last part. He said what, or she said?
He said, it is incredibly crass optimism to believe we can be allowed to partake in participation of any significant thing.
Oh, they're wrong. Well, now I have already said, yes, they're wrong. Right now in our Constitution of 2010, public participation is actually enshrined in our Constitution. And we have said Article 118, 119 of it. And when it comes to financial bills, we need to take part of it. So we have Article 2, 201, 211, and all those kind of things. So and just any other process, public participation is key. It is enshrined, as I said again, Article 10 of the Constitution encourages public participation. So it will be wrong of them to say that we are not involved in decision making. Yes.
Okay. Maybe.
But in the naming of Kenya part, I think that's a very interesting case.
This person was probably unborn when that name came up.
I feel that we should be called Kenya.
If you feel Kenya is a bad name, go petition.
Petition it to Parliament. Yeah. Petition it to where.
Personally, I'm looking forward to that petition. I really am. But I think his comment really addresses the fact that many Kenyans, they feel like they are not given the opportunity to take part in it.
Yeah.
What do you think, as people who are in the position to make sure that the law is effective and is practiced, what do you think we can do? The government can do, the agencies, the bodies that are in charge of making sure that the Kenyans take part in this decision making? What do you think can be done to improve the public participation right now, so that we cannot get comments such as this one?
So, but no, this is public participation. It's one of the...
But in itself, this is public participation.
It's public participation. So we encourage them to write, even how absurd they think their comments are and ideas are. We are going to listen to them. But I think one of the things that we can do is, even at times, the government has, it's in law. So I think what the government can actually do is empower, like civic education. It's very important that we do civic education on how members of the public can participate. You know, some of the people think, kufikia parliament is very hard, but they actually don't know it's their right to actually do that. So they think is offices uko. So I also even maybe call upon CSOs to educate, especially young people, to come out when bills are being done in their counties. This is where they get, because of devolution, this is where they get actually to go and say what they're thinking about a particular thing. I remember the other time we had a visit to go see the Speaker of the National Assembly, and he was saying he can name 4 people who actively do public participation in all bills in Parliament, and you're wondering, this are national things affecting the nation, and there are very few people who do this. So I think as much as it is there, the public does not know about it. And I think it's upon us, and also upon maybe the CSOs to educate the members of the public out there and tell them, by the way, be vigilant, there are these bills coming up, you have a right to present your submissions in Parliament. And also in barazas, you can participate. So all this, I think I'm talking about patriotism. Let's take it to heart that this is our Kenya. We need to be part of the decision-making process and all that. We are the people, sovereignty of the people. Yes.
You've mentioned a term, CSO. Kindly tell the people, what's a CSO?
Sorry guys. CSOs is civic society organization. So those are like NGOs that deal mostly with the civic, the people, the public. So these organizations that help the public.
And you can join one, right?
Yes.
They can join one. They're open.
Yes. You can
and they cater to the different needs of the people, right? So I think on our part, we have told you about public participation. I think we have done a good job with educating them and empowering them. Now it's up to you to take that step further. Research. We have the finance bill right now. Let's be a nation which, takes part in these things. Let's not wait and complain later, because it might be a little bit too late. Okay? So thank you so much, Gloria. And for public participation, there's another video we did on it. Kindly check it out, and it will give you more information on public participation. But thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
We are honored to have you here, and I hope you'll come again.
We'll try, yes.
Viewers, please, mwambie kwa comments, arudi, sindo?
Yes.
So that was all for today. I hope you have been empowered, equipped, and you have learned something, right? Your life is now a bit better, right? So karibu sana. You can see we are in a different location. This place is beautiful, amazing facilities. It's called Sema Studios, as you can see at the back there. Kindly check out their IG page, Millenium Work Depot on IG, and reach out to them. Book yourself a session if you want to do a podcast, shoot some content. They really have amazing offers, amazing facilities. So that was all for today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And there's also a bell so that anytime you have new content, you're notified. Karibu sana. Until next time, take care and God bless.